My goodness, man. How's it going, guys? Welcome back on another live stream. Now, my apologies that the fact that this stream took so damn long. I have never seen a live stream of mine take this long for me to come live. There has been a delay. That's simply the truth. That's the reason why. It took 50 goddamn minutes for me to come live today. There's been a delay. That's the reason why. So, my apologies. Now, welcome back once again, guys. It's the 6th episode on One Punch Man Season 3. The previous episode gave me such a vibe, such a feel that I haven't felt in a very long time. And I know most of you, if not all of you, that have been watching me for a long time knows exactly what I'm talking about. Towards the ending of the previous episode, Orochi told Garou, if you want fear, I will give you fear. So, Orochi, just bring it. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's check out the next episode and see what took place. Let's get it. Ooh. My goodness, man. Never seen a live stream took so damn long, man. So, man. My apologies, guys. Once again, it is just you know how production is sometimes, sometimes, most of the time, everything goes well. Sometimes things just don't go as visioned. So, um, my apologies for that. Without further ado, guys, let's get this episode, shall we? Now, the question is, will Saitama make it on this episode? Is he going to fight? Or is he going to keep reading his one moment. Uh, production. Production. I actually thought that this episode will be taking us exactly where we left off on the previous episode. So I'm not sure why they are not continuing the fight on where they left off. You mean to tell me that while they are here talking and trying to figure everything that is going on, you mean to tell me that all that earthquake that happened, they didn't hear about it? You mean to tell me these guys are not watching the news? Because the news must have briefed them that there is something going on in the city, whatever, whatever. So, why are they still here talking? Why are we getting this dialogue here? If you can pinpoint their location, why are you guys still here blabbing? This Kira looking guy from Death Note. I don't really see where this dialogue is going. This is a lot of talking and less fighting. This is a lot of dialogue, guys, and less fighting on this episode. Are they gonna do the same thing they've been doing for the past since this season began? Now, I got quite an interesting review on this episode. I got quite a bit to say because this is not what I expected, ladies and gentlemen. Well, they might as well fight if they can't agree on anything. They might as well fight. Oh, I remember they dragged him. They kidnapped him almost. They're putting too much on it. He didn't do shit. Uh, he didn't do any goddamn thing. He didn't do anything. The look on his face, knowing that he didn't do a goddamn thing. Oh man. I hope this other agent is not a traitor. Because that man or the chief that got his son kidnapped is very desperate right now. And you know, in destitute, he's ready to do anything to save his son. So he put together a team. Nice. That is my guy. That is my guy. Yep. If I'm gonna stick out my neck to go into this goddamn mission, straight into the enemy's territory. When I'm back, I need my ranking to bump up a little bit. Silverfang and his brother are here. Oh yeah, I remember. They don't want Silverfang and his brother to fight. They want them out of Hero Association as much as possible. They want them away from this battle as much as possible. Oh, they haven't forgotten that Garou escaped them or eluded them during their encounter. It looks like they haven't forgiven him for that. But he didn't hold back though. Oh man. He's gonna get himself killed if he keeps lying like this. He's gotten away from all his lies. Throughout season 2, he got away, lying and everything. And and this season, the same thing continues. He's gonna get himself hurt if he keeps putting that. See you later. Okay? Where's he going now? Because the other team are waiting for him. Oh, he actually met up with them. I would love to see a fight between Hellish and Tornado. That would be a fight. I would love to see them duke it out together again. Or are we ever gonna see Hellish in a fight? I guess we're about to see Genius fight. We're about to see him in action soon. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. What do you guys think about Genius's new look? What do you guys think about his new look? He's living in that apartment without permission? How? I don't think Saitama is here. Remember on the previous episode, he left his apartment. Yeah, he's not here. They should be seeking out enemies instead of looking for Saitama all the time. Yeah, he's freaking out because Saitama is not here. Yeah, he's stressed. He's stressing. He doesn't trust them. He thinks this team is not secure until Saitama makes it. Yeah, Saitama is still Saitama is still after the Rumble. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I gotta give you a review. If you want to stick around for the review, go right ahead because I have a bit to say. Give me a moment. I have a little bit to say regarding this because one moment. Okay, this episode is just a bunch of, I would say it's comedy. It's bullshit in a way. Um, Now, while we go through this episode, let me quickly say, let me know your thoughts if you're going to watch this live stream right after this if you're going to watch this video right after this live stream. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I know you guys that are live are saying your piece, what you think about this season, that the season, I can see some of your comments right here that the season is ruined. You know, you guys are very pretty upset, for this season. And I agree. I agree. I agree partially, but I am agreeing with you guys more than I disagree with y'all. Just to let you know, because I can see your comments. You know, uh, you guys are saying, the season is ruined. Some of you guys love One Punch Man for what it is. Um, so now this dialogue here was not necessary in any way, shape, or form. Someone is saying there's a last clip. Is there a last clip? Oh, yeah, that seems to be a last clip. Okay, let's check out this last clip. Because usually they don't do last clips. You know what I mean? Usually they don't do that. And thank you, Ashin, bro. Thank you for pointing that out because I was kind of disappointed with this episode that I don't even, you know. Let's see what this last clip is all about. Let me see if this last clip is going to save this damn episode. Will this last clip save this episode or not? Okay. They they have been ambushed by Monster Association. I don't think that's an old rag. Ooh. Interesting. All right. Okay. Okay. Last clip. Do you guys think that this last clip saved this episode? If you think that this last clip saved this episode, let me see your thoughts on the comment section. As long as I'm concerned, this last clip did not save this episode in any way, shape, or form. I believe that they really, really messed this episode up. They really, really messed it up, guys. And I'm trying to see if I can download this episode and get a better review out of it. But 1 second. Now, I'm gonna try to. I hope you guys will keep up with what I'm gonna be doing here. Um, like I said, today was just wrong. Like, it's almost like I knew what's gonna happen, and it took me 50 minutes to come live. You know, it's almost like I knew what's gonna happen, and it took me so long to, to come live like this. I mean, first off, the dialogue here was not needed in any way, shape, or form. This is just they rambled on while they sat here talking, debating, orchestrating a strategy. I'm not saying that this scene is wrong, but this doesn't worth half of the episode. The S class heroes strategizing what they are going to do, trying to create something here, trying to form some type of a team, and this did not warrant almost all the episode, because this scene right here, just this alone, took almost all the episode out, which is not necessary. You know? How are they going to go from giving us an awesome, awesome, awesome episode on the 5th episode, and on this 6th episode, they just trashed it? This is trash. Unfortunately. This is, well, let me not be too hard because of the previous episode. The previous episode was so damn good, but this episode did not make this season justice. They should have continued on where they left off. They left us on a good note. Maybe that's what will happen on the next episode. Who knows? But even episode 7, will it be as good as episode 5? I'm not sure about that, because right now with episode 6, this whole conversation was not needed. I'm not saying it's not needed, but it took too goddamn long. Like, they spoke for half of the episode. All right? That's number one. Number two, like, all this could have been done in 5 minutes. Like, within 5 minutes, all this dialogue or whatever could have been done and over with. Even within 2-3 minutes, right? It's not needed. And then this other hero comes in and tries to, acquaint himself with the S-class heroes and, talk the big game, and there was going to be a fight. I'm like, hey, like, if they're going to fight, they might as well fight a little bit and entertain us instead of just sitting down and just talking, everyone throwing their egos around the room. This was just unnecessary. And then King, because he was brought here, and then he comes here, lies, pretends that he took out the monsters and pretends. I mean, he's been doing this since it's comedy for what it is. King portraying himself as one of the strongest heroes alive. It's comedy, even though we know that he is pretty. I mean, should I say that he's useless? Really, But I find his involvement somehow entertaining. Someone who is not strong at all, but somehow, some way, the S class heroes or the Hero Association have not figured out that he can't do any goddamn thing. They haven't figured it out. And it's interesting how he always carries himself as if he's going to do something, but he doesn't do a goddamn thing really. Only screams for Saitama name, for Saitama to come save him. So this whole, and at this point, um Skingle takes the chairman up top, upper floor, and we sees this other team. I was going like, okay, the episode is about to pick up. They're gonna, go straight to the hero Monsters Association territory right away, but that didn't happen. What I did like is the leader of this group, this little group, said that if I do this and I make this a lot, if I make out or if I go and involve myself in this situation, if I come out, I need my level to be bumped up a bit, which is a good thing. Again, another dialogue that I'm not saying it's not necessary, since we are probably going to see them on the 7th episode probably, because they are now going to rescue the chairman's or Stitch's son, right? Because Garou didn't care much about that boy. He just rescued the kid that he went to rescue, and that's it. And then Silverfang and his brother, Hero Association wants to keep them out as much as possible, and now I kind of know why, because they haven't forgot. They were expecting him to take out Garou by any means necessary, and because he failed to do that, and he's not the only one that failed to do it. Genius also failed, but they are not as hard as they are on Silverfang to Genius. You could say that because Silverfang and his brother are pretty old, even though they can handle themselves, but Hero Association sees them as people that that are unreliable. They don't want them, and they're not happy because they think that Silverfang and his brother, or Silverfang himself, allowed Garou to escape him, or he let Garou escape. So they are pretty hard on him because of that. And King walks in, of course, hiding to compose himself because he's about to be thrown in the middle of the battle. And he knows he can't do much unless Saitama is with him, right? Going forward, and again, another nonsensical dialogue that is not really needed. And the rest of S-Class are here waiting for King to make it back. And King comes back and, all that stuff. And, she's here going to, it's like every episode, these guys are always going to Saitama. I do like the fact that we got to see Genius, his new gear and whatever. I'm very, very happy about that. And the scientist told him about his body. If you boost it, be careful, because if you overdo it, you may not survive. So as much as you can, try to make sure that you keep tab on your powers at any point. And I do like this outfit, man. What do you guys think about this outfit? Not, the look, Genius' new look is just badass. And I cannot wait to see him on the battlefield, to see what he can be able to do. And it looks like the scratches on his face has been fixed, because the first episode on episode on season 3 and so on, there's this dents and scratches and everything on his face. It looks like that has been fixed up. He no longer has those scratches on his face, and it looks like his real armor or the real body he's going to be using to fight has been finally revealed, because I thought that what we were seeing before is his current and his recent upgrade, but this is actually his upgrade. And he's been told to please monitor yourself, don't overdo it, keep tab and don't overuse your powers. You have seconds. Any more than that, if your energy core explodes, even though you are a cyborg, you could die. You got that. Genius full power will only last 10 seconds. So in his full power, he can only go 10 seconds. 10 seconds and nothing more. Other than that, his cyborg body is going to explode and he might not make it. So how is he going to manage this? Let's just hope that before anything happens to Genius, that he's going to give us a good fight. I was thinking that on this episode, Saitama, looking for where the rumble is coming from, he's going to run into Speed Sonic. And Speed Sonic, we haven't seen him since the first episode of season 3. What are they going to use him for? Like, we haven't seen this guy and we're already in this is half of the episode of the season because it's 12th episode. We are now half of the season's episode and we have not seen Speed Sonic. Come on. What's going on? When are we going to see him? Hopefully on the next episode. I don't know. But we are now on the 6th episode. We haven't seen Sonic since the first episode. I don't know why, but hey, that's what it is. So right here, everybody comes back, meets up in Saitama's apartment, and Saitama is not there. Once again, I like the look on Genius. His new gear looks badass. I cannot wait to see him use it. And now we know he can only use it in full power for only 10 seconds, nothing more. Are we going to see Genius push himself to the limit? Is he going to I don't know, go over his limit, overcome his limit? I don't know. And what else? And now another nonsensical dialogue. We don't need this. We don't need this at all. King was supposed to be with the other S-class heroes, but he comes here because he knows if he goes into the lion's den, he might not survive. His only survival got to be if Saitama is involved at this moment. If not, he knows he might not be able to survive. Again, another nonsensical dialogue. And then the episode ends, and then we get this last clip. We get this last clip, and the current hero that has been put together by Skin Girl, and of course some of the S-class heroes are now here. They have been cornered by monster associations. Even the title of my live stream is wrong right now, so I'm going to remove that remove the first sentence of my title, Garou versus Monster Association, because I was thinking that that's what this episode is going to be. That is going to continue on where we left off on episode 5, but that was not the case. I'm not a little, I am highly disappointed on this episode. Very disappointed. It's just a bunch of nonsensical dialogue that could have ended within 5 minutes or even within 3 minutes of it, and they expanded it too much. And it's like they did so good on the last episode, and this episode they didn't do so good. So I give this episode, if it is out of 10, I give it 3.5, a solid 3.5, if not 3 out of 10. 3 out of 10. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining me on this live stream. Once again, my apology for taking so long to bring the reaction to y'all because of production situation, but be that as it may, I hope you guys had a good time. And yeah, check out other content that I have on the channel. I do live stream gaming now. I'm currently playing Ghost of Yotai and Ninja Gaiden. I will be coming live today to play some video games on Ghost of Yotai. So if you have time, if you're not busy, pop up and say hello. And for you to know when I go live, please subscribe, turn on the notifications so that you will be updated each time or anytime I go live. If you want extra content, right? If you want extra content, join the channel membership. I have different content based on the level that you go to. Check out my members live stream or membership channel I can't say that now. Channel membership for extra content. And on that note, see you in the next video, and I hope that the next episode is going to be better than this episode. Please. They got to do better, man. They definitely got to do better. When you're doing 12 episodes in a season, you really don't have that much room for a lot of dialogues and a lot of nonsensical situations that takes up most of the episode. If this is 26 episode, I wouldn't mind, or 25 episode. Yeah, you can do that, but 12 episodes, that ain't much you can do. So, yeah, man. See you in the next video.